Music is a very, very, very powerful thing. I believe that power can be channeled. Listen to Brahms, you know, listen to Miles Davis, and you know that this is not something that man can come up with. It's something that comes through us. So that's the kind of thing I pray for when making a project like this.
We haven't really done this before, and I think having the three of us together is like, you know, if you were Scottish, you'd say it's excellent value.
The idea to do this record really is like the consummation of something that was meant to be. Matt Pearson said, you know, why don't we do a trio record where the three of you get together and just make a record that purposely allows you guys to just do that thing that you do where you're having so much fun.
This is the first time I've gotten to play with these guys, Kirk and Rick and Norman, and they are generally perceived as, you know, quote-unquote smooth jazz guys. Whereas myself and Greg Hutchinson, you know, we're like the hard-nosed, hardcore jazz guys.
Even from the first day, you know, you could see that everyone was anxious to play with one another. We all know that we all have something different to bring.
You get these group of musicians from what people perceive as really different worlds and watch it come together really smoothly and listen to the music flow just effortlessly.
One song we did, Hip Hugger. Who wrote this song? Booker T, I believe. We took this baby and twisted it up a little bit.
Let's find a groove first, man.
It's a dance song. There was a dance called the Hip Hugger. The song, though, is kind of a corny little song.
That seems corny to me. So
what we did with it was we took the whole start of the melody, the whole body of the song, and did it double time.
in other words, we got this thing underneath the, you know.
That was the melody?
Yeah.
And then when it gets to the bridge, it goes back to real time. So it's a very different kind of version of the song, but it's a tribute to that, you know, 60s groovy dance music.
Each individual, man, it's hard not to say how great they are. We're all very fortunate to be in the same room together. And I mean, these guys are so incredibly talented, it just makes me ill. And what am I doing there? No, well, I'm having a ball with these guys, man.
For me, it's really a blast because we get to stretch beyond 4 bars, get to be inspired.
These are guys who don't get a chance to do this in the studio, because in pop music and in smooth jazz, you're producing an album and spending a lot of time, and it's not about capturing the moment. So they don't go in there with this feeling of, oh, let's go having a great time. That happens when they play live. This is about going back to the old days when making a record was about documenting the live interaction of musicians.
Here it comes.
Let's go.
We're rolling again.
This is a good one.
Take 85.
Ruby.
Most of the music that we're recording are songs that a lot of people know already.
Even though they're pop tunes, we're turning them into contemporary funk jazz, you know?
Early on, I had suggested Mercy, 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 this great Joe Zawinul tune that Cannonball Adderley recorded. It's a standard, a jazz, contemporary jazz standard. Great gospel tune, which is perfect because of where Kirk and all the musicians come from. But it's been done a lot of times, and who wants to do something that's already been done before?
I don't know, man.
This is a hard one to really kind of make happen. But we did something very interesting and unique with it.
Play where you hear it, man, Norman. Yeah, man. Roll the tape.
It kind of slowed it down. It's almost a gospel-ish feel. Made it kind of spiritual and bluesy. And ended up having a lot of fun on it. It was, you know, probably at the top of the list of one of the ones that was the most fun to play. Want some of your brown sugar? Yeah, it's a fun tune. It's a hip-hop song. D'Angelo, kind of a one-tonal vamp.
It's very new, and it's been done very well by D'Angelo. And I mean, it's pretty hard to improve on what he did, except when you put it in an instrumental situation.
Unlike most of the tunes where we said, what can we do different with this? That one, we really wanted to kind of capture what the original feels like, only do it instrumentally and do it with really live guys playing. Because it's one of those grooves that musicians, when they heard it, they're like, oh man, I'd love to play over that groove. That's fantastic, that's killing, I gotta play over that. And so now they get a chance to do that.
We spend our lives trying to refine this gift that we've been given called music. And that's a lot of fun and it's a lot of hard work at the same time. There's, you know, times when you want to chunk it out the window. And yet, at the end of the day, you feel purpose, and purpose is very important.
The real reason I wanted to do this was to give these artists a chance to have a great time in the studio. I want these guys to have a record that people put on when they have a party. They have their friends over, and they put on their Big Chill record, and then they put this record on.